Men with money are not fun.
Oh,
Men with money are not fun. And people have said this to me. They're like, "Oh, it must be because of your toxicity." It's not about toxicity. It's about the fact that men with money usually are completely 1,000% invested in their work, their businesses, their careers. They don't talk about anything else other than that. It's almost like their job or their money is their personality. That's not enough. It's just not enough. Like, what do you like to do as a person? What brings you fulfillment? Not work. We weren't created just to work. So what else is there? That's what makes it boring.
let's pause. And don't worry, y'all. We do have more clips that we're going to be sharing. So y'all like the video, hype the video, share the video, subscribe, and let's break this down. Now, this woman is in her feelings because she is encountering the very thing that I warned these women so strongly about. I warned these women not to make themselves the prize, the centerpiece of a man's universe, the end all be all, because they would be extremely and terribly humbled. We are in a new day and age. I always say this, to where men are being highly strategic and highly selective about the women that they are entertaining, what they are choosing to prioritize, so on and so forth. And with men entering into this new grand great shift, a lot of the women are upset because they cannot fathom a reality to where they are not the main event and the main attraction. Okay, so when she's saying, "Oh, men with money are boring," they're only boring to her because they're not doing what she wants them to do with their money. She said, "Men with money, it seems like their whole entire existence is revolving around how they are making money." Well, duh. How do you think they get to the position of being wealthy, being financially stable and secure? That took dedication. That took focus. And who's to say that he's just not really passionate about what he's doing? Who are you to tell him that's not good enough and he shouldn't prioritize his business or prioritize his goals or his finances as a way to bring him joy and peace and all of that? Like, maybe that is something that he's very proud of. Who are you, ma'am, to tell him, "Oh, no, that shouldn't be what you focus on"? Says the woman who wants this rich man to splurge on her. It just makes no sense how backwards a lot of these chicks are in their thinking. To condemn a man for doing the very thing that so many women have told a man all he's good for is crazy. For decades, y'all have told me, "Oh yeah, you're only as good as how much money you have. You're only as good as how stable you are, what you can do for a woman, X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 1, 3." Y'all made men's personality, his wealth, his riches, his finances. So here he is embracing that, and it's a problem now. But like I said, it's only an issue because he's not spending said finances on you and what you want. It's only a problem because he's not fixated on you. He actually has things that he's proud of that he wants to talk about when it comes to himself. Dare I say, he's making himself a prize and y'all can't take it? The bottom line is, women in today's time cannot take men actually prioritizing themselves, actually being passionate about what they do, actually knowing their value, knowing their worth, knowing what they bring to the quote unquote table, and not needing a woman to validate them.
I swear, I can't make this up. So I'm in the post office today trying to mail a package, and I overhear this guy on the phone, I guess, talking to one of his bros, talking about that he took this chick out and she had an attitude at dinner. So she basically asked him, like, "Why did you bring me here? You asked me what my favorite food is, and they don't even offer that." And he was like, "Well, when I asked you where you wanted to go, you said it didn't matter, so we're here." And he was like, and she had an attitude for the rest of the night. And I thought to myself, this is exactly why men are starting to spend money different. Yep. So this chick is out on a date and she did all of the 3 wrong things. She complained, had expectations, and she had attitude. And he was saying, like, "Oh my God," and she was so pretty, I can't believe that she acted like this. And I'm just like, wow, we think that as women, we got pretty privilege, and we don't. Great men do not mind spending money on women. They do not mind taking care of women. They do not mind providing at all. But what a man does mind is feeling used and abused. And let me be real, some women move like men actually need us, and they don't. Some women think that men have to spend their money on us. Men have to take us out on dates, and men have to deal with the BS that we bring, and they do not. One thing I'm clear on, men do not need us. They choose us. And that choice for a man comes with how we show up. Because when a man realizes your energy is what I can get from him instead of what can I learn from him or what can we build together, he will definitely change and become more selective, more aware, more controlled with his money. And this has nothing to do with a man being broke or cheap. This is a man being conscious, because money is not just money to a man. It's about his time, it's about his peace, his effort, and his discipline. That experience for a man puts him on watch. How you act on dates, how you respond to effort, and how you show appreciation. Because when a man feels like he's just another transaction, he is going to treat that woman exactly like that.
Y'all drop the 100 emojis in the chat right now. I'm gonna go ahead and drop mine because the good sis was cooking. Yes, she was. She spoke nothing but 100% facts. See, women are even now starting to be very, very vocal about what they are bearing witness to as far as how men are moving differently. We see y'all moving more strategically. We see y'all putting certain things away and not exposing things too soon because you're having to protect yourselves. We're seeing how you are peeping game and scoping out women and saying, you know what? Maybe she is a user. Maybe she is a gold digger. Maybe she is somebody that cannot really be trusted because she seems to only be here for what I have to offer her and not for me. And like she said, men absolutely are aware of the fact that as a man, yes, I'm going to be expected to provide. I'm going to be expected to take care of certain things, pay for certain things, so on and so forth. However, are you a deserving woman? Are you a quality woman? Are you a genuine woman? And that right there, a lot of women are not. Okay? And since a lot of the women out there understand, damn, I'm really not a genuine woman. I am only here to use him. I am only here to extract from him and, you know, be able to post cute things on social media. Like, I'm using him for money and aesthetics, for help and support. I don't really want him. And not only do I not really want him, I don't plan on offering him anything of significant value in return or in exchange for what he is doing for me. And men peep game on that. That right there is what the women are upset about. They're upset that these men are quote unquote being stingy because they are peeping game on them and saying, hey, you're not really a woman that I should extend my grace to, extend my love to, my support to. Maybe I shouldn't really take a woman like you seriously. You want to be treated like a 304? Okay, let me treat you like that. Because as quiet as kept, you all, like she said, a lot of the women in today's time are moving in a way that is very transactional, which would place it into a man's mind, oh, well, let me just treat her like a transaction. Let me get that action for that transaction. And they cannot handle that because, again, for so long, the men would just give away all of their money, all of their time, all of their support, all of their love for free. All because he thought this woman was beautiful. He thought this woman was attractive. He thought that he could possibly change this woman, help this woman to come to the light and see the light. And each and every time it backfired. And so now what we are seeing and what we are experiencing is men being more calculated. No, I do not care about how fine you are. No, I do not care about what you got going on that makes you a quote unquote prize and a luxury to be around. No, what can you offer to me to make me feel comfortable enough to open myself up to you? And since a lot of the women know that they really don't have anything of, like I said, significant value to offer, that has them shaking in their boots. They feel exposed because they are exposed. You can't just pull up being cute and the man just cashes out anymore. You have got to show him what your value is, what your worth is. And since the men are making women do that in today's time, now y'all are boring. Now y'all are zesty. Now y'all have no personality outside of your career. It's like, what? Make it make sense. How are y'all the same women that condemn men for being broke, condemn men for not having their own motion, having their own money, having their own careers and businesses, all for y'all to then turn around once these men accomplish those things and ridicule them for that as well? Make that a bad thing now as well because you can no longer benefit off of just using them for those things. And fellas, do not be alarmed when you start to see more and more women coming through trying to put you down, trying to shame you, all because you are being very protective and highly selective about yourself, your finances, your life. They are going to be triggered by that. Women are going to feel a way about that because they had it in their minds that they would forever be able to access you by any means necessary. Right? Does not matter what she does not offer to you. Does not matter how much her life is in shambles. I'm cute, right? So give it to me. And the men today do not care. Like she said, a man does not mind doing for a woman. But what type of woman are you to do it for?
I just watched this woman's video and she was giving her dating experience here in 2026. She said she was dating a guy and she told him that she was celibate. The guy inquired about her celibacy and she said, you know, that's just something she doesn't want to just share with just anybody, basically. And the guy said, that's exactly how I feel about my finances. People in the comments were saying male financial celibacy. And I think that's absolutely hilarious. This must be a new thing. Please, like, how do you do that? Do you like wait 90 days before you actually pay for a meal? Or do you wait like until you're married to actually pay for a date? I'm just curious how this is working out for you, fella.